Joining us now to talk more about entrepreneurship is business consultant Nahamani Yisrael. And welcome to Let's Talk Cincy. Thanks so much for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, let's get to the basic. What are the first steps in developing a business?
Whenever starting a new business, you want to make sure that you are solving a problem for others. So trying to figure out who is your target audience and what are their problems and their pain points. And then I always tell people, find something that you're passionate about, something you love doing that's going to get you up out of bed in the morning, and do that and figure out a way to monetize it, because entrepreneurship is tough. And if you don't love what you're doing, it's going to be hard to stay the course.
What challenges might women face that may be different from men when it comes to starting a business?
Women face a lot of challenges. Economic mobility is a lot harder for women. We don't always get access to loans and capital. And then if you think about just the traditional roles a woman plays as a mother, as a caregiver, sometimes it takes her out of the workforce for a period of time. So she may not have the savings or the credit score that someone would be looking for to do a traditional loan. So it can be really hard. I always try to encourage entrepreneurs to bootstrap their way into business. So find a way to monetize it early on, and then grow it and scale it as you get the money coming in.
And thankfully there are organizations that will help entrepreneurs, like the Ohio Economic and Community Development Institution. What services do you guys offer?
So ECDI offers an array of services to support women entrepreneurs. They have coaching, they have access to capital, they have training programs, and they are always supporting women. If you're trying to get contracts with the government, they can actually help you with that process, which again is another challenging uphill battle. So it's great to have an organization that understands what women are going through and able to support them in a very organic way.
Yeah, and let's talk deeper about the training process that maybe they can help women with when it comes to getting started with a business and entrepreneurship.
It starts with the beginning, writing your own business plan, how to figure out how to do your financials. So maybe setting you up with QuickBooks or whatever accounting system is applicable for your industry, teaching you how to manage cash flow and understand what cash flow projections look like. When are you going to have great months and when are you going to have scarce months, and making sure that you can plan accordingly. They also offer training on how to do business in today's digital era. So a lot of how to use social media to close the deal, how to build a website or make sure that your website is producing the results that you want. They help with professional development. So sometimes it's that leadership needs that development. How am I going to manage a staff? If I am not coming from a leadership role, those nuances are very challenging. So they help out with a great array of trainings.
Now, you touched on it earlier, talking about something you're passionate about.
Yes.
Now, some people, they do try to turn their passion into a business. Is that a good idea? And also, how can you get longevity in that when it comes to a business strategy?
I do think it's a great idea to make sure that you're passionate. I started my business as a side hustle. So I was working full time and working my business on the side. And as my client base grew, then I was able to step away from my 9-to-5 job and become a full-time entrepreneur. So that allowed me to not have to rely solely on my business in the early days when there's lots of ups and downs and you're not sure where that next check is coming from. And then, like I said, when you're running a business, you're wearing all of the hats. You are the janitor, you are the accountant, you are the mom to the staff, you are doing everything. So if you're not passionate about it and you don't love it and it doesn't set your soul on fire, it is much harder to really stay the course, because there are going to be tough days. You're going to look in the mirror and say, what am I doing? So I always tell people, if you're passionate about it and you understand you have that strong, compelling why, then it's so much easier to get through those tough times.
Ooh, you said set your soul on fire. That's powerful. All right, thanks so much, Nahamani, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for all of the tips.